Testing the stream, checking out here. Let me just turn the, let me go ahead and do this. Getting everything set up here. Takes a second. Ooh, that's loud. Of course, they start mowing the lawn as soon as I start streaming. There we go. Testing the chat. Go live. It should be going live. Why is it not? Test. Alright, so chat is good. See if I can zoom in here. Don't want that to be too obtrusive while I'm actually working. I'll put it right here. There we go. Let's see if it's working. Gotta get a link here real quick because for some reason it's not showing me my stream. It says it's waiting for me and I am streaming, so that's not quite right. Let me get this going. Go live. Come on. Why is this not working? Testing. Is this working now? So the chat's working. Okay. Can you hear me? There we go. So the chat's working. Get that background noise out. I can hear it now. You're about to start hearing everything double. So let's see. It's not giving me the link. Alright, so let's see what I can do here. I gotta get the chat going. See if this works. Sorry. Hi, cats. Nice to see you. Alright, looks like I'm disabling chat. There we go. Problem solved. I'm just going to start doing the art now because I've already delayed quite a bit. But let's see. Not sure why. I don't like. I just don't like the new YouTube control room. It's not compatible with a lot of things, so we'll just get started here. Already got this going here with GIMP. So what I've done so far is I've brightened it a little bit. Here's the original art for the first drawing. That's the Ojama trio. Sorry, the Ojama trio with Ojama Red, Ojama Blue as the Ginyu Force, as you can see from the thumbnail. And there's what I'll be working on today. Just gonna make sure you can get a good view of that. Might mess up a little bit because of the green screen settings. I apologize. But you can see it on screen here. Yeah, green screen puts holes in it. Alright, so basically what I'm about to put some music on too. Let's get that going. There we go, that way it's not just me talking. Find the links to the royalty-free, not royalty music, the copyright-free music in the description. That is No Copyright Sounds, I believe what they're called. NCS music.com. I've got the link in the description. So let's get that down just a little bit. There we go. So enjoy the music, enjoy the art. If you have any questions, I can see the chat on the left. I will answer questions as they come up. Suggestions are welcome too, so get that. Already got him copied over into here. As you can see, I started on it. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting rid of all the white background so I can add a white background later. I'm going to get rid of all the bulky stuff first. You know, so I don't have to sit here and grunge through it. And I'll be coming through and getting rid of the small stuff a little bit later. Hello, Ojama Lime. So yes, a lot of people were asking me to do Ojama Lime, but the Ginyu Force only has 5 members, and they have 2 green guys. You cannot exclude Ojama Green if you've got Ojama Yellow, Black, Blue, and Red. So sorry it took so long to get Ojama Lime, but I did have a plan. And can we get a hashtag, make Ojama Lime great again? For you guys on Twitter. No, not make, I don't want to, no, sorry, nothing political. Hashtag, make Ojama Lime. Because I know y'all want it. Something along the lines of, add a Ojama card from your hand or graveyard to the deck. Special summon one Ojama monster from your deck with a different name. Oh no, even better. Special summon one Ojama monster from your graveyard. It's not broken by today's standards. It would have been back in the day. Oh, the day. I remember when I ran Ojamas back when Ojama Country was pretty new. I had a Destiny Hero Defender sort of like splash beatdown going on. Oh wait, I'm getting distracted from getting rid of the bulky stuff. So what I did here is I go down here, I select anything that's transparent, see? And then I invert it. So now anything that's not transparent is selected. You can see where the bulk of it is. You get closer, you can start to see the small spots. And then I switch to the eraser. It sort of marks it all. It's pretty easy to tell what's what. And I did a mass delete earlier before the video started. You'll see me do it again with Emperor Boo and King Frieza. If the colors matched up more, then I would have had Frieza as Ojama Emperor, but I did try to keep everyone, just like in the Ginyu Force picture, as close as possible. A lot of people are asking why I didn't do this by hand, digitally, and while I do want to do that, if I can get I just haven't been, I'm not very good with tablets, and I did have my hands broken not too long ago, So my art's kind of suffered for that digitally. It's a lot harder for me to get the precision done. If I had one of those tablets that that could do like that are screen. You basically, if you touch it with a pen, it's a screen. I'd probably do a lot better. See, I keep getting distracted here. I wanted to save all the touchy stuff for last, because that's the but you know, talking to you, viewer. Hello, still cats. But yeah. So I do want to hear people. Anyone here actually run an Ojama deck before? It is one of my favorite archetypes. Definitely in my top 5. Not top 5 favorite decks, but top 5 favorite archetypes. Most of my favorite decks aren't archetypes. They're sort of techie, and it's sort of a deck that even if I lose, I had a lot of fun playing with it. And if I win, someone had fun losing to it. Like, that's kind of my goal. There's a lot down here because the select all didn't really do well. So I'm not going to tell y'all what I'm doing with the image. I do have a plan for what it's going to look like at the end, but if you guys have any ideas, of course I'll consider them. And if anyone gets it right, I'll let you know. But I am going to put them in the like my plan right now is a galaxy background. But I put them in a position on the paper with a live stream in mind. Image select. Let's see. So hopefully you'll enjoy seeing it when it's finished. But if you look at the original picture, you can probably guess what I have in mind. Let's get this out. Let's get all this air out here. That is a really good channel for a live stream. The original thing, like I said, is NCS, but the channel I'm streaming from is 1 hour Twitch stream music by Kings royalty free music. Although I don't believe this music is royalty free, just copyright free. That's what NCS is. Let's get rid of the bulky stuff again. Let's not get distracted by the up close stuff quite yet. The stuff that I don't have to like be too precise about. Ooh, almost missed some of it. And if I miss something, it won't show up, but my OCD will catch it eventually. I'm not going to try to waste too much time just sitting here clearing every little speck, but hopefully I'll get it on the first time. Sometimes you get lucky and you do get everything. But if I want to add an outline like I did with the Ojama art, I did end up having to get very, very selective there. Not going to be doing that here. With the Ojama art, what I did, here I'll show you actually while we have the stream. So you can see this version, which is the finished one with the background. I did do the background by hand too. What this says is Ojama Mashu, and this says Gyuniyu. That means I'm interrupting, and that means cow's milk, which is the source for both of their names. Ojama Mashu, and they are interrupting. That's their whole thing. And Gyuniyu, named after Frieza Force's army, being named after things in a refrigerator. The Ginyu Force is Gyuniyu, so there you go with that one. That's the crossover. But here is the t-shirt version. You can see I did an outline for everything. That's the Ginyu Force colors. I'll zoom in and show you. It's not amazing, but it makes it stand out on any color shirt you would get. So, it also goes with the Sentai thing. You can put anything behind it you want, explosions, whatever. But yeah, there you go, that's that. But yeah, just wanted y'all to see that. I had it ready in case I wanted to bring it up, so there you go. Ah, no viewers. What? But I'll keep talking anyways, keep the video interesting. Would love feedback when someone gets here on the music, if it's too loud or whatever. It might be. Let me check my stream real quick. I'm gonna mute the music over here, and then Let's see. But I'll keep talking anyways. Keep the video interesting. Okay, yeah, it works. Alright. So I like to make sure everything's in tip-top shape. Sorry for the interruption there. Get back to work. Drop the whip. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. I'm going to put the link on Facebook here for my friends, so tune in. I need to change my thumbnail. Let's see. Let's delete this. Let's get this right here. The thumbnail didn't seem to update. Just trying to get everything working here. Alright, so I'm going to go back over here while that catches up. I know this is kind of monotonous and dull, but hopefully it's worth it for everyone. Alright. Let's see. There we go. I do have some people who like the this stuff, so. But yeah, as always, when you come into chat, please feel free to introduce yourself. It looks like I finished all the air out there stuff. So let's see, view selection. So I know that I'm not like professional or anything like this, but okay, so there's some stuff I miss, but it's still fun to do this. Like, so zooming out makes it a little bit easier to see the smaller specks that are just kind of floating out there. Things that wouldn't really bother any finished drawing, but if I do decide to do a pattern or something, I like to make sure those are gone. I'm going to be saving these as transparency, so you might as well do it right the first time, right? Let's see. Then select by color. Select invert. You can get some more up there, but those are all close enough to be done in the touch-up. Most of the feet. Did I miss anything? Anyone see anything I missed? Oh yeah, up here. There we go. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Since it's a kind of a broad area. I swear I talk. I do it all the time. I enjoy talking. That'd be a good sticker. That's my opinion. I would use it as a sticker. I'm not big into stickers though, so I'm not the person to ask. Oops. Where was that? Let's see. Looks good. One little spot I need to do. I always encourage anyone, even if you don't think you're good at art, do it anyways if you want to. Because I think I'm awful at art. But people still enjoy it, and I have fun doing it, so there's not really any reason not to. Arizona green tea, shameless plug. Yes, I turn the logo to the camera. No, I'm not being paid to do that. I just think it's funny. Although Arizona green tea definitely worthy of sponsorship. Sorry, of being a sponsor. I like their products. It gets me through. So now for the monotonous part, and that is cleaning up the lines. And so I make my lines thick on the outer rim. That way I don't have to be as I go over the top with it. They can be unbalanced for the final product. And I'm okay with that because the lines are overly thick. I don't have to sit here and avoid erasing the lines because it's okay for there to be various sizes. The background's going to be primarily black. There goes my family leaving out of the garage. But yeah. Also, if anyone wants to do a collaboration with me, I love the idea of collabs. I don't want to slow anyone down, of course, but if you have an idea and you want to just like work with me on something, I am definitely down. Oh, someone sent me a thank you for the donation, Cheddar. I appreciate that. It all goes to Decks for Kids. Let's see. Get that out there. Good little thanks. That is not at all what it's supposed to be. I'm not sure why all my links are trying to do sorry, all my links are trying to Fallout, one of my previous videos. Not sure why, but hey, let's see. But yeah, oh well, not my problem. If Twitter and YouTube and Facebook can't shake hands and play nice, then it's not my problem. I'm glad that y'all are here enjoying it. I'm not going to waste your time trying to get things to work. So, let's see. What am I going to do next? I'm looking at my original picture because it helps. There we go. That looks good. I have a few galactic backgrounds that I'm going to be trying. I want to do it all myself. I don't like taking people's art. I don't even like using people's ideas, to be honest, unless they really like. Let's, you know, it's like a collaboration. That makes sense to me. But I'm very big on I don't even like fan art. Like, I'm ashamed of myself for doing a crossover because I'm very big against that stuff usually. But everyone liked it so much that I figured I would do it. So it's really nice music. I want to make. I hope it actually is royalty free, but I got a recording in the back burner just in case. I can take the music out, so that'll be good to know. Let's get this going here. Right now, I'm getting really close to perfect Cell Ojama Lime's thighs. But man, look at them legs. Like, that is... Cell has legs for days. I guess I'm close to the calf, not the thighs. Sorry, I actually started in the crotch. Gotta work my way down. It's like foreplay. Only I'm not ignoring it. Let's see. Now, I also usually hate doing the choppy lines, but as you can see, it's actually pretty good using a rounded edge here for this. Again, I am not one to be teaching anyone how to do any sort of Photoshop or GIMP or digital image manipulation, but it works for me. People like the results. Hopefully it works for you. I have brightened it out. As you can see, I use like filters and stuff to brighten it. Worked wonders on the first one. The same worked on this one. I didn't use a scanner. Scanners give really hard lines. Sort of like, I mean, it looks like a coloring book page kind of. I've never liked it, so I always just take a photo, scan it into upload it into the computer. Like the photo that I use for this is, let's see if I can find it real quick. Of course, I save them in different folders. I split my C drive and my D drive, so things are going to different places. Let's see. Ojama. Here we go. I forgot I named it Ojama Baddies. So here's the original photo I took that I uploaded into GIMP. And you can see it's a lot darker than this one. The first thing I did was I just went up to colors and I brightened. I went to colors, contrast, and brightness, and I raised them to about 75% higher than what they were. So I brightened it out, brought the lines out, put some separation in the colors. It turned out pretty good. So that's my opinion. If you disagree, it's okay. I would love to hear feedback about things. So I'm just gonna close this over here. But I mean, I don't understand how a person can be an artist and not take criticism if they're putting their stuff out there. Like, what are you putting your stuff out there for? Like, no matter how high profile of an artist you are, you're not so good that people can't discuss your stuff. Oh man, you can hate my stuff. I'm really super uber cringy a lot of times. And I get it, like this piece itself. I love when people say thanks, I hate it on Reddit, because normally that's weirdly non-critical, but it fits with Ojama so well, just in concept, in general, like Ojamas and the Ginyu Force themselves are just so bad they're good, But yeah, I did this with colored pencil. The first thing I did was I drew it with pencil, drew the lines. Then I took an ink pen and went over all the penciled lines, make them clear, erase the penciling lines, and then I come in with a colored pencil and first I scanned it, obviously, because if I mess up, I can resort to a print to color it in. I like the look, because it just makes it feel manga when it's colored in by hand. It makes me think of the old pastel things that you used to see in the early days of manga. And you just can't really grab that with a digital image. Man, I really am feeling this music, though. How about you guys and gals? Do you like this music? Definitely something to bring up if you tune into the stream. But this is my first talk a lot video. If I'm talking too much, I can shut up. Again, there's no one here listening, but future viewers and such. But let's see. Let's see. So I really like the shoes here. It makes me think of Dragon Quest. Just the pointy feet with no detail. I think Deadpool said it best. Probably someone who can't draw feet. I think that Toriyama might struggle with feet. But I'm sure it also helps as animators. I heard once in an interview that the one thing that they hated more than anything was drawing Cell's spots every time. And you know what? I get it. I did not like it. It was not fun at all to do it one time. And I was overanalyzing it. I was like, is this right? Is this too many spots? Is this too little? Is the contrast right? And, you know, all that panic was for nothing because it turned out just fine. But if I had to animate that, or even just draw it multiple times, I wonder if Toriyama got all this, if he was consistent with his spots. That's cool. Are Cell's spots consistent? Oh, someone did ask this. Let's see. So the question was, were Cell's spots consistent? I'm going to bring that over here so you can see what I'm reading. If I remember correctly, the reason Cell hasn't been seen much this arc is because the spots were too difficult, time-consuming to draw, by extension. I think that implies they were drawn to be consistent. Looks like they weren't. That makes sense. Someone has a headcanon suggestion that that he molts and they change, but yeah. Hope y'all are enjoying this. I am working on Cell right now. I have 2 more characters, but Cell seemed like he'd be the hardest because I did make him the largest. I already knew from the get-go that if he were to be anywhere, he would be behind at least one of the characters. I do love those images I see online where a character is standing shoulder over head with their own forms, but I'm not really too fond of putting every form of a character into a picture when they're like modded out. That'd be imperfect. Oh no, larva lime. And if I'm getting really technical, that would be Ojama lime as an embryo. Ojama lime as a larva. Imperfect Ojama lime. Semi-perfect Ojama lime. Hey girl, are you 18? But yeah. Not to get too political, but I'm thinking about running for president. Being the youngest president ever at 30 years old. What do y'all think? Ooh, should I smooth that out? Let's see. I think I'll smooth it out because it wasn't supposed to look so rough there. Originally, before I made it all black, it was supposed to show like a bit of a texture there. Yeah, it looks better to me. I think I might have gone a little freehand here with the ink. You know, it's one of those things that no matter how many times I tell myself that I shouldn't do it, I do it every time. The whole point of drawing those first lines is to so you don't have to go freehand with the ink, and I just don't have the skills. Also, something you might not be able to see in the final version, but I hate to go off topic like that, but you can see that I did some color variants there. And this was the first time I tried to do this. I know it doesn't look like Cell's coloring. There's sort of a purpley color there with his shiny carapace spots, but I didn't know what to do there, and I realized that I liked this a whole lot more. I got a little I guess artistic creativity there. I didn't want this to look bluey. I wanted it to look black, so it would stand in better contrast with a galaxy in the background, depending on which color I put on it. And so less attention will be drawn from this and more on the face. But the original Cell has like a little like purpley-ness here. Or open up the ooh, nope. See, it's not exactly black. It's black on the sides, It's black on the inside, and then there's like purple there for the details. That's not what I wanted to do, so that's not what I did. Let's close. Let's reset that to 100%. All right, let's keep going. So, where was I? I think I was down here. It actually came out pretty good without me going through and erasing it, but looks like the wings will be easy because of my mass bulk deletion. That's always a nice little thing to look forward to, is an easy section. Although I hate spoiling myself. Let's see, we are right now coming up on the, I guess the 45-minute mark? No, 35 maybe? Hopefully this will be about a 2-hour stream, beginning to end. Which I probably don't need to specify, because that's generally how timers work, beginning to end. So I knew I was going to end up curving this out a little bit when I drew it. So I'm perfectly content with that. See, it looks a lot smoother. Oh no, what it really makes me think of is the original Pokemon art from the old like Prima guides and stuff. In fact, let's see if I can find that one real quick. So actually I found something just as good. Just the covers of the games. Like, you see how they look there with that sort of like, I don't know how best to call that. I know it's like pastel-ish, but for some reason for me, I get that vibe with this, because the way I did the, I don't know. Hopefully you enjoy Pokemon. Ooh, here's a good topic though. What do y'all think about, well, no one's here, but what do y'all think about the Sword and Shield? Like, I've been playing Pokemon since day one, in the United States, at least. Ooh, oh, that's right, I went over off the side a little bit. Get a little bit more there. So yeah, I've been playing Pokemon for 21 plus years now. I was disappointed by Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is just not fun for me. But I get why people like it, don't get me wrong. It's just, it doesn't have that feel for me. I played it for a while. Got done with it. Yeah, okay, good. I try to keep the lines inside view. That way if I take something off a section while I'm doing these little straight lines, I notice it immediately. I don't have to come back later. And I just had to give myself some leeway. Now, this might look like I'm taking off a lot, but let's see. So that's the space there. It's about, if you look in the bottom left corner down here, you see it's only like 20 pixels on a, let's see how many pixels it is. On a 3,700 pixel image. So it's actually not that far. I keep losing myself though. See? The wing took me like, what, 30 of these lines to do? I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here to get some more speed done. What is that? Oh, that's the wing, so I can cut that a little bit too. I'm also a big fan of the incomplete lines, making sort of like an implied line at the end of an actual line. It's always very, again, I like my own sort of style. I would love for people to be able to look at my work and go, yep, that's what he did. But I have so many different mediums that everything I do has a different style and there's no overlap. But I'm okay with that. Man, that sounds like Skrillex. No, dubstep, I mean. Not all dubstep sounds like Skrillex. wasn't as pleasant as some of the earlier ones, but I don't hate dubstep. I just don't listen to it frequently. So I'm trying to figure out where I am here. I think I'm about to go. I'm like at the top of his head or shoulder. Yeah, shoulder. So one little thing I couldn't decide, and so I just literally just tossed a coin on it, was the dome. I was gonna make that lime green, or look like Cell's original, almost like it's a hat. So my decision was made with a coin toss because I could not decide which would be more fun to do and which one would look better. I realized that if you realize that we're doing Ojamas here, and if you're a fan enough of Ojamas to look into it, you'd realize this is Ojama Green. But Ojama Green himself is not too well known because he's not an actual card. He just shows up in the artwork of Ojama Country. And fun fact, let me see this real quick. First thing here, here's Ojama Country. Open image in new tab. I'm going to open up another card. Let's see, open image in new tab. So here we go. Let's zoom in here. So this is Ojama Lime down here. You can see green, black, red, blue, yellow. People say that's indigo. You know, they have fan art for it and stuff, and that's lemon. And I don't know, like, but the only cards that have been released are these two, this third one, dunk, dunk, those 5. I feel like they're about to do Ojama Delta Hurricane here, but I'm not sure. But looking over here, you can see some fun facts here. There's the 5 core ones that have been released on cards. That looks like Ojama Lime. That looks like the weird spiky-headed one. Or maybe that one. There's a few it looks like. But it looks like Konami gave the middle finger to people and said, nope, they're all dead. Because everything in that picture except for these 5 is not there. So maybe they'll never release them. Who knows? But yeah. I have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For about 18 years, I think, almost 17 years. It's hard to remember. Since I was 12 years old, so yeah, 17 years. Although I'm about to be 30. I just don't remember when it came out that year. But I was one of those kids who was really excited to get the packs because I'd played the Pokemon trading card game before it. I'd done pretty well with that for a kid. And fun fact, I actually won my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament that I ever entered in 2004 when I was 14 with a win deck. And then 2015 came along and I started doing a little bit, more accurate. That's why more precise decks. I'd been running a Mahavilo deck that I had made. Then I made a Benkai deck. I thought originally, man, Benkai would do great in my Mahavilo deck. Little did I know that I would eventually start getting access to more cards as I won tournaments. Mataza Zapper was pretty good. Reinforced with the Army. Heavy Storm, Giant Trunade, all these cards made it really, really easy for me to do what I wanted to do. And so, do what I wanted to do, I did. And my win deck ended up working around Armed Dragon level 5. I remember battling myself on whether I should use level 7 or not. But it ran 3 copies of Harpy Lady 1, 3 Armed Dragon level 3, and rising air current. So I had all this power. My flying Kamakuri would hit the field with 1900 attack. And people weren't running wind monsters. Don Zalug was kind of a big play back then. Fisher was a high dollar card. Some of y'all modern day players might not realize this, but yeah, Fisher, the card Fisher. I think it's destroy the lowest attack monster in the field. Used to be an expensive card. And yeah, it was nuts. Ground collapse was a big one. Not ground collapse. Was it? Yeah, ground collapse. Oh man, I can't remember now. There's a card that gets rid of the defense position monster. That was a huge card. Mystical Space Typhoon was like 40 bucks. Dust Tornado was a good card. You just did not want to get caught in spell and traps, and being able to destroy a single monster was amazing. So, by the way, I'm calling it now. Harpy's Feather Duster will be back soon. So, we'll see how that works. But, I'm talking a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't have much to say about Dragon Ball. I haven't even played the new Dragon Ball Super card game yet. I did see Broly in theaters, by the way. If you like Fusion, we've got Bestest Buddies tees in our shop. Everything in the shop is marked at cost, so we don't really make any money off of that, but I do love to hear people enjoying it, seeing photos of people wearing my gear. I do make money off of it at conventions. If you see my convention, you want one of the shirts. I do make a few bucks profit there. That's just to cover the traveling and stuff. But mostly I am a philanthropist. I like to make decks for kids. I'll even sell deck boxes for bulk trading cards, just your garbage cards, so I can make deck boxes for kids who can't afford decks. So if you ever have junk cards and you want one of the Seer deck boxes or the Titan deck boxes, let me know. If I have them in stock and you want one, I will always trade bulk cards for it. I do 3,200 Yu-Gi-Oh cards for a red deck box, a red Seer. That's sort of our promo color for this. And then, what is... Oh, that's really well... I didn't have to do much out here at all. Is this where I started? Did I start on the lips? Nope. But, the other colors, it'll be 3,500 bulk cards. You know, just stuff that you would throw away. I'm not looking for anything rare or hollow. Just, you know, not a whole box full of garbage normal monsters, please. I make decks for kids, and they play with them, and I like to donate to, you know, children's hospitals, foster care, even jails, like kids who are in jail, and adults who are in jail. Because it's kind of like my everyone deserves a second chance mentality. I don't know who's going to get these cards. Obviously, jails have regulations for avoiding, you know. Jail is not prison. That's why I have to specify here. It's for people who are in jail, not people who are in prison. Prison, you know, people would not be allowed to have something like that unless you make a special arrangement with something, because prisons are privatized. But jail is where people go when they usually, I mean, there's some state jail offenses and stuff where you can go to, but jail is where you go when you have not been found guilty yet. Prison is for convicted only people. And again, like I said, there's some people with misdemeanors who go to jail. But that's just a general rule, something that you don't know unless you've experienced it, or have a family member or something who's experienced it. You hear stories about people who sat in jail for months, even years, just to be found innocent, and that's not right. You know, you lose your job, you lose your home, your family gets alienated. No one you know looks at you the same way. Everyone's become someone different after a few months. I just want them to have something to enjoy and something to keep them going in there. Guilty or innocent, having a hobby decreases your chance of committing crime. Sorry, I'm on a soapbox here. I like to talk about that. I love hearing people off our counter. Like, do you think it's a bad idea to do that? But I just realized I moved my layers off of my screen. I'm not using them, so. Let's see if the thumbnail has upgraded yet. So weird. If you don't mind, I'm going to take a second to look at YouTube, see what it looks like over there. Thumbnail will not update. I don't know what's going on there. See if I can get it to work if I change the image to something different. Let's see, go back over here. I'll refresh it every once in a while, see if it works. So sad. I don't know. The new YouTube streaming is not as good as it used to be. In a lot of things. I'm sure someone finds value in it, otherwise they would have changed it back. But it just doesn't feel smooth anymore. And Twitch doesn't really have room for art. Let's get rid of that little dot out there. How did I miss all of this? Let's get rid of it. Bring in the bigger eraser function. So right now we are at 52 minutes and 19 seconds. So I'm just doing this to get rid of all the floating stuff. I'm having a hard time seeing what I'm doing. There we go. I can't tell which Ojama card is the most broken between Ojama Red and Ojama Blue. They're both really powerful effects for a really weak monster set. I kind of like how that works. Like, oh, these monsters are really weak, but they have a lot of support. It really plays into that mentality. I feel like classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Really talked about that a lot more than modern day stuff. I might have a weak monster, but it's got a lot of potential. Sorry, I'm still cleaning up these little floating stuff. I'm not sure why it didn't show up. Ooh, did I? Nope, I did not clip off his knee. Let's see. That time I did clip off his wing a bit. I'm going to come back here late in a second and do the rest of it, but I like making sure that I don't have to go through everything 4 times to get all this stuff. In all technicality, I could be really close to it and just be just fine. Take him down by his... Oops. So down here I can get away with this because the lines are very simple. It's also like erasing, because erasing doesn't make it look as pixelated as drawing a line does. That wouldn't be a problem if I was using a you know, like a tablet, a drawing tablet that had the image on it. I just realized I skipped an entire section, and this part was just like right there, super easy to deal with. I'm gonna be coming back soon, but since I'm getting rid of a big cluster, I might as well do it, right? Get the easiest spots where there's not a lot of I see that, can't do that. Then get away with a lot broader clippings. when I'm not like meshing with anything, and I feel like I'm on a roll here, so I might as well yoink, get that going. So I know this can't be that interesting to watch. Hopefully the speech is interesting enough. Get that one spot gone. So I'm getting into a more detailed spot, so I'm gonna just focus on going out there in a second. I'm on the inside of his left, but to the viewer's perspective, his stage right thigh. So a lot more detail here because I like to curve musculature. I don't like to use straight lines for clothing or muscles. Unless it's like a very sturdy material, like hard leather or even armor. Armor can have straight lines, unless I want it to look a little bit flawed. Alright, so I've now worked my way back to where I started, going back to an 6, to clean up my lines. This is the whiniest song on this playlist so far. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Looks a lot cleaner. Man, this reminds me of the 90s techno, early 2000s. The first CD that I ever got was from one of the neighborhood kids. It was Burn CD, and burning CDs was amazing back then. Because not everyone had a computer that could burn CDs, and MP3 players were like expensive, and very rare. No one had them. But man, it was my first CD I ever owned. He burned like 20 techno songs on it. I would play it on my PlayStation 2. Because that was the only thing I had that could play CDs, and I'd fall asleep listening to it. And man, there's actually a song, if anyone here knows of it. I can't find this song for the life of me, and it's like, wings of love, can you tell me where you are? Can you tell me where you are? Search for you, but I can't find you nowhere. And I'm like, I heard the song in like 2003, maybe 2004. I remember I lived in a neighborhood that had this prostitute lady who solicited the kids. This was a really weird place I lived in. I mean, it was a nice neighborhood, but there was just like that one woman, and everyone knew about her. Her name was Shorty. It was like the neighborhood secret among the teenage boys. Weird memory lane flex there. But yeah, she was super creepy. Like, everyone bragged about... I don't know, if I had money when I was 13, I probably would have too. I can't really take the soapbox here. I don't know what I would have done. Thank goodness that my family was poor. But anyway, sorry. Shout out to you, Shorty, if you're watching this. Shorty from Garland, Texas. Oh man, the apartments changed their name. It was called the Pavilion Apartments, but they changed their name to the Adveneer. But I often wonder how many of my friends from there are still there. I know there were twins, Brandon and Jeffrey Wiesner. One of them smacked the other in the face with a battery. To glorious effect. Sorry, I'm getting distracted there. But they played Yu-Gi-Oh! That's where I got my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck from. Was from them. Outside of a structure deck that I got. I remember I made a deck around Penguin Soldier. that I would actually beat them in their real decks. They were not happy with me. Good guys though, they were. I actually ended up being friends with them maybe 10 years after that. But I don't know, we had a falling out. They play Vanguard now. I always avoided getting Pokemon spoiler news, but they were always like I remember it was around the time I guess Black and White was coming out. They were always reading spoilers about new Pokemon and getting excited about it. I really wish they would tell us which Pokemon are not available now. They know what they are. I just feel like that would be the right thing to do. Did I just finish? I did. Alright, so Cell's finished. As far as his background goes. Alright, so I'm gonna, let's see. Cell Lime, I'm gonna save this in MD Drive. GIMP pictures. Yeah, there we go. Save that in my GIMP folder. It's saved. Alright, let's see what we're going to do next. He might be hard because there might be some lions that I didn't finish in. Oh, my tailbone. Like actual tailbone. Let's see. So I like GIMP over Photoshop. I know Photoshop has some functions that GIMP doesn't. But, alright. So here we go. Before I start on this, I'll go and try. Let's see. I'll start a new layer. I wanted to... Ooh. Here we go. Let's see. So this is at about right here. Let's see. So that's 942, 762. Let's see, let's pick a nice little Frieza Death Beam color here. This is, I'm spoiling what I'm going to be doing at the end. Let's see. And then, let's see. Something like that. Of course I'm not going to do that, it's just a little spoiler for what I have planned for it. So, enjoy the spoiler. Delete that layer. Alright, let's see. Did any of that go inside the picture? Let's see. Yes, it did. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to do that. I just do a bulk deletion. Let's see, select all. Problem with a character who is very bright white is that he's very bright white. Here, I guess I'll start with a lasso. Just cut everything out. So fun things to do. You can actually do a lot of stuff with inverting. That makes this kind of thing a lot easier. Actually, I should probably get this a lot closer than I have it. But see, Ojama King Frieza has simpler lines. So this is a lot easier. Than it would have been with Lime Cell. Honestly, I'm rushing through this. I should just kind of go through and try to get as close to the line as possible. I really don't want to touch the black line. I just want to get really close to it. And this is more entertaining to watch than seeing me go through and scrutinize everything again. Thank you for the donation. Where are you watching me at? Also, I've got 0 viewers showing up here, but I'm getting donation notifications, so someone's watching me probably on Facebook or one of the places I plugged it. Doesn't matter. I appreciate the donations. They go to a good cause. And again, if you have any notes, like if someone posted a donation, they said, "Oh, hey, get yourself a tablet," I'd be like, "Okay, yeah." You're basically investing in good content, but unlisted donations go to the charity, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm not gonna tell you guys, oh no, you can't do stuff. I'm just not here to get rich, you know. I'm not even sure if I'm able to stream on a tablet. I'm sure there's a way to do it. But let's see. You Soldier Boy. What do you guys think about the top here? I'm gonna probably come in and clean up the colors a little bit here. Bring out the pink and the yellows so it stands out more. But I did decide that I was gonna put details on the underwear. I was gonna keep it plain white up top, but then I realized that adding Frieza's dome color makes more. I just realized that sounded like his head. I'm gonna call it bio armor because it's shiny in a different color. But I don't understand why when he transforms golden, his hands turn, you know, yellow. That's why he turned purple. His hands and his face turn purple. What do you think? Does this look very Frieza-y? Did I capture the attitude? It's actually kind of funny because Ojama King and Frieza have very different attitudes. I'll bring it down here. There we go. And do some more NCS music. Alright, select, invert, delete. Select, invert. Did that ruin anything? I'm not big on shortcuts, but you know what? I'm not gonna take them then. I'm not big on them, not gonna take them. I'm here to do a good job. Let's get rid of the big stuff. Again, you can see a lot better here, the thicker lines. But yeah. Not sure why Frieza would ever fuse with Ojama King. Well, I guess I'm not saying they fused at all. It's more like they stole each other's clothing. So somewhere out there, Frieza's wearing a G-string. I did censor down here because I didn't know what that would look like with an Ojama not wearing shorts. With all the photos, it's more like they just stole the clothing. The heads are the same, but Ojama King is a head. And you can actually see he's actually part green, black, and yellow. I kind of wish Ojama Black had been Ojama Blue or Ojama Purple. Because it just makes more sense. He looks more purple than... Oh, whoops. Let me just go ahead and get rid of this. Lasso. It sounds like the Chipmunks, kinda. I'll probably need to finish off that line a little bit. I'll be using the smudge tool to do that. I really left a gap there. I think the Chipmunks did ecstasy. I don't support ecstasy, but I don't think you should be punished for doing drugs unless you do them while you're working, or you do them and they affect your work. Like, what's wrong with people that'll tell you, hey man, nah, like, don't sell them to kids, don't do them while you're working unless you're working on your own stuff, you know, do your own thing. Like, if people could just keep like those small little rules and follow them, I think drugs would be a lot better. I don't do drugs. I would love to be able to legally smoke pot from my seizures, because yes, I do have brain damage. But it's not worth going to jail over. I encourage everyone, don't be, you know, don't sweat the small things. It's coming. You don't want to get in trouble for it now, because that just gives, you know, the enemy of what you support ammunition against you. So I didn't mean to get all political here, but hey, politics, yeah. I do like that I made it, the crown come off the head a bit. That's a little bit of a change from the original Ojama King. I just figured it makes more sense. It kind of adds to the sloppiness of them. Like, don't get me wrong, the Ojamas are jacked. Like, they have the bods of champions. But by the way, just in case you didn't know this, I forget who it was from Team 4-Star. I believe it was Renegade for Life. I'll check just to make sure. Don't want to quote the wrong person. Let's see. It's not Scott. Let's see. And if you search Renegade for Life, you just get, yeah, it's not Scott. I think it's Nick. Yeah, Nick, no, yeah, Lanapator, so it'd be Nick Landis. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, Lanapator, he's been, doing some pretty good work, on himself. I think he's an inspiration to anyone who wants to, get healthy. Yeah, part of it's pop culture. Like, oh man, I'm doing the one punch challenge. Running 10 kilometers a day is not hard. It gets you healthy. You'll see results. You will feel results. He's doing it. He might finish it, actually. He was doing it for, I think, a month. But man, that is a great way to get yourself in shape. I recommend watching his stream on it. Anything. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh!, anime in general, Dragon Ball Z, watch Team 4-Star if you haven't. They're great. What they did with the Cell games was fantastic. I'm not going to say they did it better than the original, because that's not what they're there for. That's very disrespectful to the original as well. They did it good, and you'll enjoy it. Not going to spoil anything. I mean, if you know the story, you know what happens. Obviously, Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2, but they have such a powerful moment there. It's worth it. You know, yes, it's a funny series, but it's got its moments where it's not just jokes about Yoshis. Sorry, I mean, who's watching this who hasn't heard about Team 4-Star? They do have a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Team 4-Star, I'm pretty sure. Maybe TFS, I don't know. But yeah, they're good. It's just nice. It's enjoyable. Moscow X does a lot of analysis of Dragon Ball Z. A lot of people don't know that. He's a great guy. He's great with fans. The way he speaks to people is very respectful. All of them are very respectful. I mean, sometimes they'll make some comments regarding atheism or whatever that, you know, I'm a Christian. I don't like those jokes, but they're not like over the top with them. So if you're easily offended, don't watch, you know. Show of hands. You know if you're easily offended by jokes. Honestly, if you're easily offended by jokes, being on the internet's a hard place to be, but I respect that, you know. You can't. It's okay to be offended. It is not okay to insist that people don't do it. Not sure if y'all heard about this, but there was I think it was a Catholic church, petitioned Netflix to stop showing, what's it, Good Omens or whatever it was called, a show that's produced by Hulu. That's already finished its run. It was only 6 episodes, so sometimes it's good to be able to, you know, the Catholic Church makes it fun to make fun of religion again. Not everyone, though. I mean, not everyone in the Catholic Church is like that. Give everyone a chance, etc., etc. But man, I just got in a really weird tirade there. Sorry. I guess all I can say is there's room for respecting everyone who makes room for respecting everyone. It's a good way to say it, I guess. TM. Getting really sloppy there. So yeah, with Frieza, I decided I'd leave a lot more gaps in the lines here. Sorry, Frieza King. I don't know what to call him. For some reason, that just works with a character who's got so much white on the body. Again, implied lines that finish in there adds to the pastel-y look, which is what I was going for. And I do hybridize the appearance in the final piece. You'll see that when I get them all into the same image. But, so a lot of people ask me why I stream when there's no one watching. You know, it's still going to be a video afterwards. A lot of people see my videos after and they enjoy them, so hey, there you go. Ooh, skip. Never been a fan of EDM where someone like just talks about love. Like with songs like this, I think they're only good if the only person who hears it is the person it's meant for. Or if it's a duet. I mean a real duet too, not like from the female. Sorry. Highlight reel. Jay going Ooh, did I just let my real name slip on stream? I did. Whoops. Well, there goes my secret. I got too familiar with no one. Sorry, I got quiet around the toenail. Someone said it best. It cost me literally nothing to not do this art, and yet I did it anyways. We'll repeat that. It cost me nothing to not do this art. So, let's see. You know, I didn't think about this, but yeah, no, there shouldn't be any tail in the background there. Should probably go ahead and knock this out before I forget about it. No, I'll do the holes last. Also, kind of reminds me of Paper Mario when I cut it, when I have like the lines just hanging out there. That might be my next one. My next art series actually is going to be Saiyan Karibos, which I'm very excited about. Again, I hate doing this stuff, but you guys like it, and I do have fun doing it. Despite not liking... I'm just not a fan of fan art in general. But if I enjoy doing it, and y'all enjoy the finished product, then why not, right? I was talking about my previous drawing on Reddit, on the Yu-Gi-Oh subreddit, and one of those, again, it was an Indian site. I'm not going to post a name out here because that's defeating the purpose of mentioning it, but in the comment section of my thread, they posted a link where they just took the picture as it was, like background and everything of the Ojamas, and slapped it onto a t-shirt and started charging people $25 for it. And just said, "Hey, click this link." It was it was a burner account. And that really upset me. I was actually upset by that because I'd done it for people. I was actually charging a lot less than anyone else can because I don't make money off my shirts. And I posted that link there too for people like, hey, if you enjoy this, please enjoy it. One guy's actually getting a tattoo of it on his arm, and I'll actually message him right now, see if I can get permission to use his comment on the stream. But oh wait, the last thing I pasted was something else. Give me a second, folks. I'll see if he's okay with it. Ugh, I am not good at navigating. I'm so happy I'm in the F4 digits with my karma now. See messages. I am streaming the editing process on the second piece. Mind if I show the viewers? Here. Sorry. I'm just gonna ask him permission because I don't want to go through an editing process of getting rid of his name and everything. But I'd love to show you guys how it was. He was very friendly about it too. Very nice guy. So, but this is so monotonous. But you know, it's worth it for a finished product. If anyone has any idea how to do this a lot quicker, I would let them know. Hopefully you like the textures here too. You can see it when you zoomed in, like that. But I did take a very light powder on my fingertips of purple and yellow, and just kind of rubbed it in to these sections to get that look. I don't like just white. I mean, he looks like Humpty Dumpty, to be honest, but you can kind of see it there. I didn't want to add any grays into it because that made no sense to me. Frieza does have a bit of a grungy look at times. But to keep with the pastel texture, I really wanted to like hammer that home. But yeah, so let's see. There we go. But you can really see it here. It's like I wanted to have a texture to it, you know? I didn't want it to just be smooth white skin. I imagine that Frieza and an Ojama, they look smooth, but I imagine they'd have like a small, like, rubbery feel to them. Which, you know, they might not. They are cartoon characters, so it doesn't, like Frieza has a slimy personality. Why wouldn't he be a slimy? He looks reptilian, you know? I do think it's ridiculous that he can survive in space, but I will be making a spoiler about the current manga arc over the next few seconds. So, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Count to 10 when I say go. Go. It's weird that Moro went to fight in space and the Saiyans can't fight him in space. That was kind of a cool little exchange between Vegeta and Goku. Spoilers are over. Spoilers are over. Spoilers are over. So, but yeah, fun times at Saiyan High. But, anyways, yeah, I don't know. I was very flattered that someone wanted to have my artwork on their body. It's very personal. I don't even have my own artwork on my body. I get it on t-shirts. I mean, this is my first ever art t-shirt. Not sure how well you can see that. Let me get my broadcaster open. Yeah, I wear my own stuff. It's don't trip on my skills. My logic is, you know, if I didn't like it enough to wear it, why on earth would I have other people? And I don't like wearing brands and stuff, so I only wear black and red flat colors if I'm not wearing my own shirts. No logos, anything like that. My logic is, I bought the shirt, why am I advertising? Like, when did advertising become a, like, oh man, you're wearing Nike on your shirt. Oh, ooh. You sure spent a lot of money on that shirt. I want to go buy that shirt. It's, I don't know, it's stupid. Like, you're not getting paid to advertise. Why are you advertising for a company when you already bought the shirt? I don't know. Everyone has their own right to do things the way they want to. It just seems like a silly choice to me. Like an image, yeah, I get it. You're wearing a cartoon image. You're like, hey, I like this thing. But, like, are you telling me that people who wear Nike shirts, like, man, I'm so passionate about Nike, I want other people to know that we have similar taste in brands? I don't know. Like Gucci, it's like, man, you are paying me to advertise your product, and so I'm paying you to advertise your products. It's, I don't know. Again, it's all personal taste. Oh yeah, I didn't draw, you know. left that open. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and smooth that in as it is. Not hard to do. Give it a little bit more definition there so I don't forget it. I know why I leave it open. I just generally don't like to keep every spot open. That one's a little bit too much for the background that I have in mind. An outside line I'm okay with, but not an inside line like that. Yeah, it's all about bringing focus to specific locations. I'm still using the 4. I haven't had to upgrade yet. It helps me just freehand it a little bit. Sometimes I like doing that instead of the shift control because, you know, it's just hard lines. It can look bad sometimes. I used to be really bad at doing all of this. And yeah, I still might be, who knows. Like I said, I'm not a professional artist. I guess by definition I am. I get paid to do it sometimes. People do stop and pay me commission to do one-day art. I will do commissions for anyone. If you want me to do something, I will do it for you and I will send it to you for 50 bucks. I don't mind. I enjoy doing it. It's a good way to spend an afternoon. I'm not sure why people charge $200 to do a drawing. I mean, I say 50 bucks because, you know, I actually will end up having to, like, pay someone else to do some of the operations that I usually run. Non-mafia. But 1 hour and 32 minutes. Looks like I'm going to be going a little over the 2-hour mark, maybe into the 3-hour zone. But maybe I'll do timestamps. Might cut it down to a smaller version. Keep this one up and then have the more constrained version to it. Well, that's going to be kind of hard to do with that music playing. Let's get rid of that little shiny butt over here. Smooth out the edges with a finer. Let's see, hold on a second. Let's get a black background here. I don't know why I didn't do this from the beginning. It makes it a lot easier. Man, I'm dumb sometimes. Looks like I'm going back and touching up a little bit. Humpty Dumpty. Should probably do this with Cell as well. What did I do wrong? But yeah. Oh, everyone's home. Sorry. But yeah. So right now I'm just toning up the edges here. Right there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm a little bit focused here. Everything's more pronounced when you're using just a solid white character for this. Again, I'm going to have to touch up Cell like this as well, but I figured since I've got Frieza loaded in, might as well do it. It's a bigger issue with a white character with black lines. Than a green bug with white lines. Let's see. I'm okay with some of these lines because it does add like a bit of a depth to it. I'm okay with there being like a little bit of gray in there. Because I don't want it to be raw black. Raw black does not work with a universe background. Sorry, galaxy background. Checking to see if I got any responses. Go back over here to the dashboard. And I once said double dip. Another thing that I get asked a lot is why I'm not using a why I didn't make like an emergency backup layer for this. Well, it's because I have a tendency to mess up. Sometimes I'll end up working on one layer for half of a project and then accidentally switch. So since I know I don't have the focus to stay on task like that, figured just do it in one shot. I've never really made a mistake that can't be undone. And if I have to, I can always just chop the piece from the original art and just, you know, put it where it goes and then start from scratch on it. Like, as long as I have the original picture, I can do it. I guess in a way this is the security one. Yeah, because I missed a lot. I'm sorry, guys. You have to see me do this all again. I should probably cut deeper next time. That one needs to have some shine. You like that? How the toenails just kind of like go into a texture there? Like, you'd never notice it if you weren't zoomed in right on it. But let's see. Oh, it's not relevant, but I'm wearing Trex. It makes it really easy to move around and stuff. I'm deaf in my right ear, but for some reason this just makes it feel like I can hear everything better. Looks like Kree's got a broken toe here. Good place to smooth it out. I didn't notice that earlier. Now I don't use a color here because it's not going to match quite right with this. I'd have to pick it and then do an area and then pick it and do an area. There we go. Now I'm going to bring this out so it matches. See that? It's kind of pixelated, but zoomed out it's not. I still haven't gotten in here yet. Actually kind of excited to do the galaxy part. Changing postures. Ooh. It's smooth, it really is, but tea in general will dry your mouth out. Shout out to the Spiffing Brit. That's actually his channel name. Yorkshire tea is really good. I just don't have any right now. But man, he sure talks about his Yorkshire tea. I don't know if he's actually British or if it's a persona. But if it's a persona, it's a good persona. Alright, equality song. See how it's easy to miss that? That texture's very gray. I'm sure it's because Frieza's a lot smaller than Cell in this image. So I'm zoomed in more. Oops, that was bad. I couldn't see it, but I could feel how bad that was. So I see a lot of people, they don't shade their lines. They don't add any shine to their lines. And for some reason, I think it looks good when you do. But for the picture I'm doing here, not really a good call. So yeah, Cell should be a lot easier when I add a background and start looking at him. But also because he was, you know, green, not white. That's fine. I do like to keep a little white in my lines. Again, because if it's all black, it blends in a little too much. It loses that Cell shaded look. Army of the Shadow. Army of the what? I wish there was more lore on the Ojama. Like, I'd love to hear the story around their design. They're just like some swag buff guys doing swag buff guy things, I guess. You can give a lot of attention to his eye in general. I did use a much softer touch when I was inking it, because I didn't want attention on the eyes. I wanted attention on the finger. So much easier with the black background. I should have remembered to do this from the beginning. I just... There we go. It's hard to differentiate between the shine there. In fact, I'm okay with that being the way it is because it is a shiny object. Let's get rid of that. So I am not using the select all function because I use the lasso effect here. It makes it look a little bit different, the whole procedure. I am trying to show out like everything I can do here, but show off's probably not the right word. Just trying to showcase. There we go. There we go. Get rid of all that. Keep the shine on the black, but get the white out. Gray is fine, white's not. Can't wait to showcase the Ojama shirt when it gets here. I have one coming in the mail with a bonus shirt that my wife likes. I'm not going to say what it is because it is a surprise. I do have a fun story here. So my wife's best friend had a birthday, and you know, they're the adults that like, oh hey, we're having a birthday, we're gonna celebrate it still. That's fine. I'm very judgmental about adult student birthdays, but in this situation it was fine. We went over to the friend's house, and just wanted to show the shirt because it just come in. The friend works at a t-shirt design shop, Big Frogs. I've had work done there before. They're great. So if you're in North Texas, Big Frogs t-shirts, I can vouch for. Can't vouch for their stores. They're all, different. But the service is great here and the at the Flower Mound store. That's my favorite store in the area for t-shirt printing. But yeah, anyways, I'm off topic. It's we brought one of the shirts that we got from Threadless over to her house, and we had it in the vehicle, and I was like, hey, you want to see this cool shirt that I made? It was a Miyazaki shirt, and she's like, oh, I love it, thank you. And she knows now it wasn't like meant to be a gift, but the amount of energy that she showed when she got it, I had to do it. I never really went to reorder one, so, but she got one. And again, I'm all about the energy that people have. If they love it, then they deserve it, General passion about it. It feels like Base Hunter ripoff right there. Up there's the fix, I guess. It is Base Hunter ripoff. Shame on whoever did the song. I could have probably made those horror lines. It wouldn't have detracted too much from it. A lot of people like the Scouter on my Ojama Yellow and the other one. He's got like his eye coming down. He's got tendrils like this. Those are his tendrils, actually. I don't know. What do y'all think? Sampling a song this thoroughly, is that a ripoff to the artist? Yeah, just a note there. Bradley Tees uses stolen artwork. Don't shop at Bradley Tees. I'm not even sure if they ship the products that you buy. But I called to report my artwork being stolen there. I know I said I wouldn't say their name. It kind of ruins the point. But I just gotta say, if you ever see a link that takes you to Bradley Tees, don't shop there. They're very disrespectful, very poor service when dealing with things. They have people, they'll post artwork there for 4 hours to sell it, and if you call them and they're like, oh, we'll report to our legal team, by the time that happens the artwork's already gone. They say it takes 48 hours for them to get back to you. I called, they're actually asked, can I get your address please, because they weren't letting me speak to anybody, no managers, anything. And I don't know, it was just really oogie. It feels like a scam. Like, who do you call and ask to speak to your manager and get told no? I don't know. It's just, ugh. Doesn't sit right. But, yeah. Yeah, it'll look a lot better if I make that black. Makes it stand out a little bit better. I want to keep these with the little gaps there, but looks like that's not going to work. Just looked a little bit wonky. Not that everything that looks wonky is bad. I want some of it to stay through there. A lot of people don't like using the smooth tool, not smooth tool, the smudge tool. It works for things like this. When you gotta close in like a gap like that. I guess I could bring that down too. It also works for things like this. When you have a line that's not quite straight. You want to keep the texture. You don't want to add a new color to your palette. Smudge tool is really useful for hand-drawns being converted. Alright, time for a spoiler. Let's see if I'll save as. Frieza King. Open recent, cell lime. File. Open as layers. Let's see, image. I think I just kept those locked. All right. Layer to image size, layer to wrong thing. So I get all my images mixed up sometimes. Need more height here. Select all. Let's see. Layer to image size, select all. Why is it doing that? I don't know. It's fine though. Oh, we gotta anchor it. Layer to image size. There we go. There we go. And I'm guessing you guys can imagine where Boo is gonna go, but I'll leave that to your imagination. The size isn't quite right, is it? Let's see. Edit. Paste as. New image. Oh, I didn't even check the cell. Whoops. Here we go. Lost it for a second. He looks good. His lines are a little bit better than Frieza's were. He does have to have the white because he'll stand out better. So, Japanese character's going to be here. Don't know which one I'm going to use. Maybe something like Desu or something. I don't know. But there's also going to be some smoothing out of it. And there's going to be a background. So, anyways, back over to Kid Buu. Same thing I did earlier. Lasso. Lasso will work a lot better here because the lines are a little bit better. Let's see. Where is that lasso? This one I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. It just makes more sense. Let's see how I'm going to do this. There we go, that's close enough. A lot of straight lines here. I like this one because I can use the 4 to basically cut it all out with the eraser. So he's wearing baggy pants, and yeah, you know, I took the image I was thinking of was Gotenks slapping his butt to mock Buu, mock Super Buu? Evil Buu? I don't remember which Buu that was. I think it was Super Buu. I don't remember who he had absorbed. Anyways, Hyperbolic Time Chamber Buu. Ooh, I bled out of the line there. I didn't even notice it. But when he's in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber and he's mocking Buu, he slaps his butt. And I was trying to think in my head, when did Kid Buu slap his butt? Could not find any pictures of it online. And maybe he does, and I didn't find it. But I liked the thought, at least. I'm like, that sounds like something Kid Buu would do. Kid Buu was very childish. Kid Buu felt like Gotenks that could not talk. So, but he could talk, I guess. But like, he did not talk. Hello, welcome to the stream. Whomever just joined me. Feel free to introduce yourself in chat. Say hi, all that good stuff. Right now, I'm working on Kid Buu. Sorry, Emperor Kid Buu. If you're just tuning in, it looks probably weird. Oh, you left. All right, goodbye. Looks like I was a little bit off there. Anyways, I just felt the imagery of Kid Buu mocking fit. If you know if Kid Buu did in fact mock Goku and Vegeta by slapping his backside, let me know. I could not find an image of it online. Did not look that long, obviously, but would still like to know if that's something that happened. Give myself some space there to get a better erase line. Ooh, this is monotonous, isn't it? I'm gonna cut that off when I do the erasing. The bottom's easier. So I'm thinking about having Kid Buu flying. That was my original thought. Just a little bit off the ground. I really want to showcase his head when he was doing this mocking. And I do remember that Gotenks was flying when he did the butt slaps. Although I think he was looking up the side. I just think this is a better image for an Ojama Buu. I mean, Ojamas and Buus kind of fit in together. Although, again, Emperor Ojama Emperor never showed up in the show. like to keep my lines all in the same frame, that way I don't end up cropping something by accident. Let's do this thing. I'm well over halfway done, I think. Nope, I am not. Well, I mean, I guess the top of the butt's gonna be fine, but I'll be halfway done in a few lines. The head's gonna be easy, because I'm down here, actually, I don't have that long of lines to do. I was worried that something could go wrong here. But yeah, you can see I did the I kept the little sun pattern in the underwear. I was going to do just red, but I wanted to be as detailed as possible. It might sound silly because it's not high dollar or anything. I ended up using Crayola for the bright reds. And even this is the pink and blue. I was gonna go with a smooth color, like that smooth pinkish color of Emperor, but I really like this a lot better, and so that's what I went with. I liked having like a little textury look to it, kind of like I did with Ginyu, because again, he just looks spongy in the face. And, you know, he's a Link monster, so I figured make him stand out a bit from the fusions and the main deck monsters. And the non-existent monsters. That sounded like something else was about to start there. Looking out a dirty old window. Nah. Hey, hey, hey. Maybe a video game soundtrack? So is anyone here excited about Spider-Man Far From Home? I'm gonna go see it. Man, I want to see Dark Phoenix, but my wife doesn't want to see it. And generally speaking, we see movies together. My best friend Mike and I haven't been talking. It'd be cool to see it with him. We saw Avengers together, Endgame. But, yeah. Fun story, we were going to go to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, but the car broke down, so we missed the tournament. We went and saw Avengers Endgame instead, the opening weekend. It wasn't in the plan, but... Whew. 2 hours, 4 minutes of this. You know, one reason I stream is it's a lot easier for me to just stay on task if I'm just talking, even if you're not really there, you know, talking to someone. I don't know, for some reason when I drink Arizona green tea, especially at room temperature, it makes me think of like swimming. I'm not saying it tastes like chlorine or anything, but like it just I don't know, I guess the smoothness and everything just makes me think of summer and swimming and enjoying being cheap. I had a friend, her name was Joni. She introduced me to Arizona green tea. She was my really good friend in high school. We played Yu-Gi-Oh together. She was probably my biggest supporter. When I played Yu-Gi-Oh in high school, she like really enjoyed competing, but she was very happy. You know, a lot of people didn't like losing to me, because I didn't run decks that everyone else ran. You know, I didn't have a lot of high dollar cards in any of my decks. I think Giant Trunade and Heavy Storm were the only cards of any price I ever ran. I never ran MST. I'm like, well, destroying one card's not worth it. Alright, so that's Boo so far. Let's see, select invert. Let's go ahead and get... Now, doing it this way, make sure I don't have any floating things. Let's not forget now. Let's see. File. Let's see, layer. I almost forgot to do it again. Probably need a bigger one. Eight's not so big. Huh. I cannot get that right. Oh well. Let's see if it fixed it. Let's see. All right. Sorry, sometimes it's good to have references too. Ah, so much easier with a black background. Keep some of that in there because it's fabric. Different texture. Get that going. Well, they good enough to just do the entire art without hard lining. Eesh. Smooth it out a little bit. There we go. Saw that one, sorry. Whew. Monotonous, tedious, fun to watch, I hope. Hot. Let's see. I'll finish this playlist and I'll switch back to the previous one. I actually like the previous one a little bit better. More energy. Leave some of that white there because it helps make him stand out on the galactic background. I was tempted to leave everyone with a bit of a white outline because I know what color the background is going to be in the end, but I figured the colors would solve that. It looks like they do with the cell. I mean, cell stands out pretty good. The different textures work. I mean, that's the darkest black that you'll see on it, so. And he stands out against that, so. I just like completely forget to do what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's see. I always wondered what the clothing for the clothing for fusion and for the booze, the buai, the various forms of boo. Always seemed to, it seemed very similar to fusion, the fusion dance specifically, which always struck me as a bit odd. I wondered if it was some sort of like lazy animation shortcut or something. If anyone's heard the story of why he did that, why well, Akira Toriyama did that, I'd love to hear it. I like to source my information before I speculate. I do have a theory, but that's it. Let's adjust my mouse a little bit because I'm getting into cramps. I do have, again, broken hands, so it really cramps when I do stuff like this for long periods of time. It's not exactly a good reason to do bad work, but I'll work through it until my work starts to slip because of it. I should point out that I'm okay with my lines standing out. I just don't want a white, like, outline jumping out. I always forget to shake it, and now it's too late. It's too late to shake my dream. It's too late. So yeah, one of the donors. Hi, it's a donation, so I can't really say much about it. Complaining, but he said he was sending 100,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I sent him 35 boxes. I actually drove out there to deliver them to him. In Austin, Texas, from Dallas, Texas. And when I get there, he's like, "Oh, actually, I don't have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I've got Magic the Gathering cards." So, unpleasant exchange. Although I can't use them, I accepted the deal. I was already out there, and I felt it was dishonest, but I like to assume the best. Maybe there was some sort of misunderstanding, but looking back at all our messages, it was very clear. Yu-Gi-Oh, 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 I do Yu-Gi-Oh donations, I trade these products for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But moral of the story is, if anyone here needs any Magic the Gathering cards, and they'd be willing to trade Magic cards for the Yu-Gi-Oh donation, let me know. I've got 100,000 Magic the Gathering cards in monster boxes. They're actually right below me. But yeah, it's 14 boxes filled. So would love these going to the hands of someone who can use them. It's very hard to get any sort of donation to accept them because there's a lot of gruesome work on it. It's very hard to make decks for charity because of the restrictions with mana. So, for example, I do 6,500 Yu-Gi-Oh decks with various cards. It's very easy to do them. I'll go with them and I'll sort out archetypes that I get in the boxes so I can make archetype decks. The easiest thing to do, you know? But then there's, let's do the math here. So if I do 6,000, see, I have 100,000 Magic decks. Of course, they're going to be 60 cards, not 40. So that's a little bit easier to deal with. So it's 1,666 decks. Let's take 400 off. So 1,266. Let's say 1,200 decks. Let's lowball this. Let's say I do 20 mana in each one. That means I need to do 24,000 mana, and I just don't have it. I don't have anywhere near enough mana for it. But yeah, that's also, again, not including the fact that the artwork is a little bit more gruesome. There's blood and gore and guts and stuff, and you can't donate that to a kid. Even if I think kids can accept it, which I know they can. There's no cartoon about Magic the Gathering that kids are watching. Kids are watching Yu-Gi-Oh! There's strict rules and policies in a lot of places where, no graphic artwork and things like that. And again, the mana issue. I wish there wasn't a mana system. I would love to donate these to someone, maybe adults. But, I just won't be able to make it, I guess. Anyways, moral of the story, I would love to trade these cards for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So if anyone knows anyone who can do it, I'll even do like 100,000 Magic cards for like 850,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever. If someone could do them all at once, I'll give you guys a great deal on it. I feel bad selling them because that goes against the whole concept of the donation. I can always find a buy list online. I've been thinking about doing it. I don't know, I get oogie making money off something that was supposed to be for a donation, So yeah, I don't mean to complain about it, but I meant for it to be more of a positive thing. Like, hey guys, anyone here want to get out of Yu-Gi-Oh and want to get into Magic? I've got a deal for you. Preferably North Texas people. It'd be a lot easier to just meet in person and do it at a public place. You know, I know that you can't trust anyone, but shipping those many cards would be expensive for both of us. And also, there's always a risk, you know, you have no reason to believe that I'm not going to rip you off. I'm just a guy on the internet, right? But yeah. I feel like this is going really well. I'm waiting for it to explode into a fiery mess. I'm about to finish. That's what she said. Hopefully that doesn't come through the mic, but if it did, sorry. See, for his pants, I did more of a brown smudge compared to Frieza's purple and gray. Wait a minute, for people who just like skipped ahead. What I do is I add a smudge to kind of create like a texture pastel-y look. Like, I don't like just flat white. I don't like the texture of just a white page when I'm doing stuff like this. Let's go ahead and smear that out a little bit. It's an inner circle one. Good. Alright, Majin Buu in the books. Enjoy his glorious bottom. Enjoy Majin Buu's glorious bottom, folks. That's all for you. Nom nom nom. File, export as. Oh, wait, save as. Let's see. Frieza King, Cell Lime. This is Buu. Emperor. Let's see. All right. Let's go ahead and smooth this out a little bit. Side, I'm gonna go 6. No, I'm gonna 24. Kind of get the actual shadow from the photo out of it. There we go. This makes Cell look like he's standing a little bit further back. Let's see, where is it? Let's see. Oh, it's done. Let's go to the next song here. Back to track 1. The question is, should he be centered? Should they be standing in a line? Let's get them positioned the way I like them. Ooh, I like that. Frieza centered. Oh, the white kind of clashes. Alright, so let's work in the background. Let's see. Above that, that's going to be... Let's see. No, I want that color. All right. Just kind of getting a feeling in here. Alright, so it's going to be green and purple, okay. There we go. And then get this one out here. Let's see. All right, let's get this going here. Edit. Keep forgetting to switch layers here. And let's see, get some black in here. Black's gonna be the primary color. I just I wanted to make sure I had a good center spot. Not primary color like primary red blue yet, like the, you know what I mean. Black's not our primary color, you all know that. You know what? Maybe a sun. Fill the whole thing in with black. Or just screw up and not. Sorry, I'm trying to do this all from scratch here. So let's see what we do here. Let's see, so layer. Probably get a regular one here. Alright, filters, blur. Let's get the size down a little bit. We can get rid of them for now. Get this going real nice. Airbrushing some yellow. Let's see, airbrushing some orange. I like smearing. A lot of people don't. I know it's not like the best way to make shapes, but it fits me. Kind of mess that up with a brown muddying, but it's fine. Alright, so let's see. Alright, now I get the airbrushing in with the galactic colors. Let's see how that's going to work. Let's see. Get the opacity down. I like that smudge effect. Get that in there nice. And a nice little counter to sell up here. Some more in here. Maybe I don't need the sun. Oh, I do not need the sun. All right. Get some variation in size there. Some close, some far. Like some really big one. All right, and let's see. Let's see, get rid of those edges. Let's see, Gaussian blur. So that works. Let's get more vertical. Let's say more horizontal. We don't like being able to see the textures, that's why I'm doing this. So I'm getting kind of different angles in there. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so let's see if I'm going to delete this. Pew. Alright, so this one is 1944 2572. 1944 2572. 1944 2572. Let's see. Death beam. Pretty good color here. Sometimes it's like a red. Usually it's like a, almost like a white with a purple outline. Let's see. That looks pretty good. I think I can do better with the space. See, I will do that, and then I will blur it independently. And I'll make it smaller. See what we got there. Maybe another, no, not green, he's green. Let's see. I don't have any reds here. Looks awfully pink. There we go. Get some streams in there. Hey, Pride Month. No, I'm let's see, any touch-ups? Nope. Do I want to do any thing? I don't know. I know I want to, but what? It's been a good word. See, let's see, Akuyaku. Let's see. I like this one. It's yeah, Akiyaku. Yeah, I like it. And let's see. Oops. Let's see. Duplicate. So the word there is shibuki, which I'll let you guys figure that out.
Shibuki.
Shibuki. Sorry, I'm not making fun of her. I like that word. All right. Let's see. Let's see how that works. I'm just curious. Ooh, that is really thick. And then it's just before I apply filters. Let's see. We get one without the background. That's all three of them. Alright, so I think I'm going to have to do some techie stuff here to get rid of the purple glare. So let's see, hold on. Let's see. March down. Oop, I messed that up. Actually, no, I did not. This is for the t-shirt. Alright. File. I forgot my t-shirt size here. Let me go back and check my dimensions. This is the boring stuff. This would be the time you would tune out. I'm done with all the art for the most part. Let's see. See, 4200, 548. Merge this down. Alright. Edit. Undo select by color. Gotta move. Sorry about that. Let's see. Layer to image size. Control Z. I'm on the wrong layer. Layer to image size. Alright. Oops, wrong one. Haha. And then I'll bring it over here to the shop. Haven't had anyone for a while, so this is all just techie work. Is this 4200 by 48? It is. Alright, let's see why I didn't... Bad color. I guess you can't see what I'm doing over here. I'll go ahead and bring it over. Add it to the t-shirt editor. I'm trying to pick a good color for it. Just stay away from the pinks. And let's see. Yep. That's weird. Not sure what happened there. Not sure why it's looking like that, but yeah, there's not really any blue here, so maybe blue would be a good color for it. Maybe not that blue. Maybe not that blue either. No, I like this one. Kind of a burgundy, not burgundy, well maybe burgundy, I'm not sure what burgundy is. Haha. Alright. Select all, select all. Do you want your kids to be wearing it? Your kids will be wearing it. And I'll get all of this stuff later, because they have to have specific templates for it. So bring this over here so I can get back to work on this. Alright, so it looks like I'm just going to have to bring everything up to size here. Alright. Ew, so much drain there. Alright, so now I'm going to play with textures. Not sure what that was, but hey. Alright. I like canvas, but I forgot what I did on this on the other one. So let's see. Is it artistic? I think it was clothify. Might not be it. It seems like it's taking a lot longer, but then again, it's a larger file. Ew. Gosh. That's it. You know what? I'm okay with the, let's see. I'm okay with this one being clothified. I'm not okay with the canvas on this one. It was kind of weird. The texture makes it jump, but I realized that on a mobile phone, you can really see the repeating textures on the canvas one. Alright, so let's save it. I think I'd make a smaller version. Ew, odd number on even. Ugh. There you go. File. Export as. Oh, that's right. I have a format here. Background. Alright guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching. We crossed that 3-hour mark. Still got some Arizona green tea left. And that'll do it. Tune in next time. I'll probably start working on the Saiyan Karibos. If you're interested. If there's anything else you want me to mesh and cross over, just work on, I'll do it. I am a video slut. I'll do what y'all want. Let's see, where is my broadcaster? There it is. Alright, so I will see you folks later. What scenes do I have open? Anything weird? Nothing fun? Nah. Alright, take care. Have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the music. Alright, bye.